Welcome and good evening to my teachers program. So listen, today I am going to discuss death of a partner. So now we are already studied admission of partners and retirement of partners. So next we are going to discuss death of a partner. The adjustments and accounting treatment is almost similar to the retirement of a partners. Once you know admission of partners, the accounting treatments are similar to the retirement, also similar to the admission, and also once you know the retirement, the accounting treatments are almost similar to the retirement. So that means, so now we are going to discuss death of a partner. You know that A, B, C are partners, and out of that B is no more. Now our point is the problem which is faced by the existing partners and what all the items we are offering to the deceased partners' capital accounts and what all the items we are giving to the deceased partner, or how to maintain deceased partners' capital accounts. So all of you look at the monitor. So deceased partners' capital accounts. See, when I am discussing all these parts, you know that the undistributed profit, revaluation profit, undistributed losses, the goodwill treatment, this all we are studied in admission and retirement. See, around 50% portions are now completed. So you know, my first classes we are already studied the fundamentals of partnership, and also I had given the treatment of goodwill and the reconstitution of the firm. Along with admission, retirement, around 50% portions are over now. Now you know that our vacations are coming and we are already given the assignments for completion of our project work, that is comprehensive project and a specific project, and out of that before the vacation you are supposed to complete the comprehensive project, and after vacation again we are going to discuss the issue of shares and issue of debentures and the redemption of debentures. Along with that, our second part, financial statements, mainly accounting ratios and cash flow statements. So now why I am telling all these points, because our vacation is coming, especially or exclusively for 12th standard students. See, I am not using the word it is a vacation, it is a study leave. So those who are going to write this board examination, our teachers, we are not using the word is vacation, this is a study leave for 12th standard students, because they are supposed to complete their project work, and also along with they have lot of work is there. So last year's board examination, and along that we are giving lot of assignments in the form of an assignment, this project work. So that means this is not for them, it is a vacation, it is a study leave for them. So now listen. So any doubt is there, just download the YouTube, all my classes are there, you can download from there and just go through that. You will get lot of problems along with the board questions plus my explanations, and especially for the goodwill treatment and dissolution adjustments and the capital adjustments of admission, that is capital adjustments the new partner is admitting, and afterward we are doing some capital adjustments like a proportionate method and a combination method, and in the case of retirement also capital adjustments are there. So after discussing all these things, you should be, after coming vacation you are thorough with your subjects. Now listen, after discussing all these points, now I am going to discuss the deceased partners' capital accounts. So here my point is, suppose the partner is no more or the partner is died. Example, A, B and C are partners, and here B is no more or B is died. So in the case, so B's capital account, how to maintain B's capital accounts, that is our point, and what all the things we are offering to the deceased partners' capital account, what all the items we are crediting as well as debiting to the deceased partners' capital accounts. So look at the monitor, it is very easy to understand all the items we are already studied. Like first item is by balance brought down, that means the capital which is contributed by B, that balance is given there, and also the profit and loss suspense account which is given there, and that means the profit and loss till his death, and also the revaluation account, the revaluation profit, and accumulated profit like general reserves and profit and loss, and interest on capital, salary and commission if any, and that is a part of credit side. And look at the debit side. If a revaluation loss is there, that loss is portion of loss we are debiting to the partner's capital account, and accumulated losses we are putting in the debit side of partner's capital accounts. And also if if this partner is withdrawn any amount during this period, that amount also we are putting the debit side, and for that the firm is charging interest, that is coming the debit side. And the goodwill already last year's goodwill is written off, that is already there in the debit side. Then afterwards we are taking the balances, that balance we are transferring to the deceased partner's executors accounts. You can see 2010 and 11 paper, they are given, the question is like this: give any 6 item which is coming under deceased partner's capital accounts. Give any 6 item which is coming under deceased partner's capital accounts. On the basis of my explanation, you can see lot of items are there in the credit side as well as debit side. So these are the items we are offering to the deceased partner, or this is the way we will calculate deceased partner's capital accounts. So once again, by balance brought down, and also revaluation profit and accumulated profits, and also the treatment, the goodwill we are adjusting, and also interest on capital and salary and commission, and left hand side the revaluation losses and interest on drawings and goodwill written off. So the balance we are transferring to the partner's capital accounts. So now here one point is there. Our point is how to calculate profit or profit and loss suspense account. How to calculate profit till the death of a partner. So here the students have doubts. So in our example, A and B and C are partners. Our accounting year is calendar year. That means 31st December we are closing the accounts. So 31st December we are closing the accounts. So this particular partner B is died on 31st March. The partner is died on 31st March. So here my question is how to calculate profit till the death of a partner. That means, so the partner is alive 3 months after closing the books of accounts. We are closing the books of accounts 31st December, and also the partner dies on 31st March. So January and February and March, 3 months the partner is alive. So how to calculate profit till the death of a partner, and also how to calculate goodwill of the deceased partner. It is just like retirement. The deceased partner's goodwill is adjusted by other partners. That means the continuing partner or existing partner's capital account debtor to deceased partner's capital accounts. So once again I am repeating how to calculate profit till the death of a partner. So here, so we have certain formulas or we have certain methods. So how to find out profit till the death of a partner. So there are 2 methods to find out the profit till the death of a partner. There are 2 methods to calculate profit till the death of a partner. That method is known as, first method is known as time basis, and the second method is known as turnover basis. So my question once again I am repeating, how to calculate profit till the death of a partner. In my example, so the partner alive 3 months after closing the books of accounts. Partner alive 3 months. That means we are closing the accounts as per our calendar year. That means December 31st. But the partner dies on January, February, March, and March 31st our partner B dies. So how to calculate profit during this period? That means these 3 months profit, how to calculate? So that method is known as, either you can follow time basis or you can follow turnover basis. So what do you mean by time basis? Very simple. Time basis means the preceding year's profit into his share into how many months he is alive. So that is a basic formula, but depend upon the question. Sometimes they are given the profit and they are telling that to calculate average, or sometimes they are given the profit, they are telling that to take the total. That means these are the adjustment item, but our main problem in main formula is how to calculate profit till the death of a partner. Our journal entry, that is profit and loss suspense account, debtor to partners capital account, but the formula, that is time basis and turnover basis. Formula is time basis and turnover basis. So look at one example. So time basis, A and B and C are partners and their ratio is equal to 5:3:2. A and B and C are partners, so their ratio is equal to 5:3:2, and out of that B is died. That means 3/10. B share of profit or B share is equal to 3/10. And also we are following calendar year, and B died on 31st May 2012. Profit based on average of 3 completed account based on the 3 completed years. That means we are taking average profits. So 3 years profit is given. So profit is equal to, so first we should calculate average. So profit they are given in the question, that is 17,000 plus and 15,000 plus, and third year that is 13,000. So divided by 3 and into his share into how many months is alive. That means so that this total is equal to, we are getting, so 45,000. The 45,000 divided by 3, that means 15,000, and 15,000 into his share. So his share is equal to 3/10 and into how many months is allowed? 5/12. That means your answer is equal to 1,875. So once again I will explain this question. So in a shortcut, see here. So there are 3 partners, A and B and C are partners, and B share of profit is equal to 3/10. That means 5:3:2. And in the question they are telling that how to calculate profit, and that particular profit we are calculating on the base of the average profit of the preceding 3 years, and preceding 3 years profit is given in the question. That is, first year we got 17,000, and second year we are getting 15,000, and third year we are getting 13,000. So that means the total of the profit is equal to 45,000, and divided by number of years, because we are calculating average, so divided by 3, that means 15,000 into his share into how many months is alive. So that means we are calculating the profit, preceding year's profit, or the total or average of the profit into his share into how many months is alive. So you will get 1,875. So that is the profit we are crediting to the deceased partners capital account. So by passing a journal entries, profit and loss suspense account, debtor to deceased partners capital account. Profit and loss suspense account, debtor to deceased partners capital account. See, look at the previous the deceased partners capital account. You can see profit and loss suspense account. So that means this 3 months profit we are calculating according to the time basis. The profit and loss suspense account, debtor to partners capital account. Then again second method is, there are 2 methods. The first method is known as time basis, and the second method is known as turnover basis. So 50% or 60% the board is asking the first method, only 40% only the board is asking the second method, and here it is little confusion method is there. Sometimes the partner dies between the months. That means the partner dies 9th of February, or the partner dies 17th of March. So in that cases we should calculate the total days divided by 365. So that means, once again I will repeat how to calculate profit under turnover basis. So another example I am explaining the turnover basis. The sales for the year is equal to, suppose the annual sales for the year is equal to 4 lakh. That means this is what is called annual sales. And also the profit for the year, they are given profit for the year is equal to 80,000. The profit for the year is equal to 80,000, and sales during these 3 months. So that is what is called 70,000. So how to calculate profit till the death of a partner, and also they are given the share of partner's share is equal to 2/5. So here my formula is sales into profit divided by annual sales into his share. So once again, sales for the year, that means annual sales, and profit for the year, that is 80,000. Sales during these 3 months, that is 70,000. So how to calculate profit till the death of a partner? So our formula is 70,000 into 80,000 divided by 4 lakh. So is equal to, so you are getting 14,000. This 14,000 into his share 2 by 5. So your answer is equal to 5,600. That means his share. So maybe 3 partners are there. Profit we are getting a 14,000, but his share is equal to 2 by 5. So that is 5,600. So here this method also very simple, just by heart the formula, that is sales for the year is given, that is 4 lakh, that is annual sales, and profit for the year also given, that is 80,000, and sales for that 3 months that is given, that is 70,000. So how to calculate the profit till the death of a partner? That is the 70,000 multiplied with 80,000 divided by annual sales is equal to profit for the entire firm, and that should be divided according to its ratio, according to the deceased partner's ratio. So you are getting 5,600. So now we have studied 2 methods. The first method is known as time basis, and the second method is known as turnover basis. Now you look at one 8-mark question. A and B and C are partners in a firm sharing profits in the ratio of 5:3:2. On 31st March 2013, their balance sheet was as follows. So here 2-3 points you please keep in mind. So ratio is 5:3:2, and also their year ending is financial year, that is 31st March 2013. Then A died on 1st October 2013. So how many months is alive? You can see that. So April to September 30th, we are not counting 1st October because the partner is dies on 1st October. We are not taking October. We are counting till September 30th. That means 6 months. So March, April to September 30th, that is 6 months. A died on 1st October 2013. And it was agreed among his executors and the remaining partners that goodwill to be valued at 2.5% per year's purchase of the average profit of the previous 4 years, and the profit is given there, and we supposed to calculate goodwill under average profit method, multiply with the number of years and his share, and find out revaluation account. And profit also they are telling how to calculate. Profit for the year 2013-14 to be taken as accrued at the same as that of the previous year, that means preceding year's profit time basis, and interest on capital to be provided at the rate of 10% per annum. And afterwards, after making year's capital account, half of the amount we are giving to the executors, and the remaining half we are transferring to executors loan account. So look at the answer. First we are making a revaluation account. Revaluation account answer is both sides are equal, that means no question of revaluation account. And again you can see that partners capital account, so by balance brought down, and reserve, the reserve into his share. So here also one more point is coming, that is which all items we are taking till his death and which all items we are taking yearly basis. That also students are always making a problem, and also they are making mistakes. Which all items we are taking till his death and which all items we are taking yearly basis. See, answer is simple. So interest on capital we are taking till his death, and interest on drawings we are taking till his death, and profit suspense account we are taking till his death, and all other items like undistributed profits and goodwill and undistributed losses, everything we are taking yearly basis. So look at the previous example. So our question, so general reserve is given. So general reserve is how much here? General reserve is 6,000, and 6,000 into his ratio. So in my example, A died on 1st October 2013. So 5 plus 3 plus 2, that means 5 by 10. So we should calculate 6,000 into 5 by 10, that is 3,000. And also the goodwill you can calculate under average profit method, and that goodwill is, the ratio is equal to, so A's share of goodwill is adjusted by B and C. So our journal entry is B's capital account debtor and C's capital account debtor to A's capital account. So after calculating goodwill, according to the gaining ratio we are calculating. So B's portion of goodwill is equal to 11,250 and C's portion of goodwill 7,500, and the total amount we are transferring to deceased partners capital accounts. The total amount is we are transferring to deceased partners capital accounts. And again, the profit we are calculating under time basis, that profit is known as the profit suspense account. So our journal is profit and loss suspense account debtor to partners capital account. That also you are calculating under time basis, that I already explained. Then interest on capital, so the percentage they are given, how much percentage we are charging for interest on capital, that also given in the question, that you can find out till his death. That is what is called 1,500. So look at the monitor. So your capital account total is 57,000, and that 57,000 we are transferring to the executor's accounts. Here also very important point. Now this balance we are transferring to the executor's account, legal representative. Executor means the legal representative of A. So that legal representative is known as executor's account. Then afterwards, along with this, we are making executor's account. So that balance we are transferring to the credit side, that is 57,000, and immediately in the question they are telling that 50% of the 57,000 we are giving to the executor, and the remaining amount is transferred to his loan account. So look at the example, 57,000, half that means 28,500, and the remaining is transferred to his loan account. So now listen. This is a very simple. See, after discussing all these points, that means the death of a partner, our main point is how to calculate goodwill and also how to calculate profit till his death. Then how to make executor's account. Immediately you are paying this amount, or otherwise this outstanding amount should be paid by the other partners in a installment basis, and whatever it is which is given in the question, accordingly we are doing. And basically this from this particular problem you are getting entire things connected with the death of a partner. And once again, see, listen. So this is the partner's capital accounts, mainly the what all items we are putting to the partner's capital account, and here your main point is the how to calculate profit till the death of a partner, and also goodwill and revaluation profit, and the debit side accumulated profits and accumulated losses, etc., etc. Now I think all are getting my points. Now after discussing all these things, now we are proceeding to next point. So that is dissolution of a firm and dissolution of partnership. So now how we can discuss the dissolution of firm and dissolution of partnership. Now 1 minute. So we will just go through the next part, dissolution of a firm and dissolution of a partnership. So now you can see the monitor. So after discussing admission and retirement of a partners and death of a partner, now we are going to discuss yet another important chapter of this year. So that is what is called dissolution of a firm and dissolution of a partnership. So how to calculate, or what is the difference between dissolution of firm and dissolution of partnership? How to calculate dissolution of a firm and dissolution of partnership. So now you can see what do you mean by dissolution of a firm, and what are the different methods of dissolution. So here in this particular chapter we are going to discuss what do you mean by dissolution of a firm and how it's differed from dissolution of a partnership, and how to settle the accounts under dissolution, and what are the journals connected with the dissolution of a firm. So look at the monitor. So first point is what do you mean by dissolution of firm and how it's differed from dissolution of partnership. So look at the monitor, meaning and definition of dissolution of partnership and dissolution of a firm. As per our Partnership Act 1932, it is clearly mentioned what is the basic difference between dissolution of a firm and dissolution of a partnership. You know that we have studied already, that is admission and retirement and death of a partner. This is basically connected with the dissolution of a partnership. Then you tell me what is the basic difference between dissolution of partnership and dissolution of a firm. Dissolution of partnership means only rearranging the relationship between the partners, or otherwise dissolution of partnership means only reconstitute the relationship between the partners is known as dissolution of partnership. Then what do you mean by dissolution of firm? Dissolution of firm means complete breakdown the relationship between the partners, or otherwise the entire business activities are terminated and the business is permanently closed down. So that is what is called dissolution of a firm. So what do you mean by dissolution of partnership and what do you mean by dissolution of a firm? Then also you can see what are the main difference between the dissolution of a firm and dissolution of a partnership. You can see the monitor, it means change in the existing agreement between the partners, and that is what is called a dissolution of a partnership, because the example A and B and C are partners and out of that B is no more or B is returned. Then you can see that particular agreement is comes to an end, and also they can reconstitute new agreement between A and C. So that means under dissolution of partnership we are going to rearrange the relationship between the partners or reconstitute the relationship between the partners. But under dissolution of a partnership firm, it means the dissolution of partnership among all the partners of the firm. Then point number 2, settlement of accounts. Under dissolution of partnership, that means assets and liabilities are revalued and new balance sheet is drawn after settlement of accounts. But under dissolution of a firm, assets are realized and liabilities are paid off after the accounts are finally settled. But in the case of dissolution of partnership, assets and liabilities are revalued, we are making a new balance sheet. But here under dissolution of a firm, assets are realized and getting the money, that money we are utilizing for making the payments. So the treatment of the termination of the business of the firm is continuing after dissolution of a partnership, but the business of the firm is closed down permanently, that is under dissolution of a firm. And the last point, effect, dissolution of partnership need not necessarily result in the dissolution of a firm, but the dissolution of firm involves the dissolution of partnership automatically. So dissolution of firm means that it is automatically, it is a dissolution of partnership also. So from this particular point, I think you are getting these all points. Once again I will repeat. So what is the basic difference between dissolution of partnership and dissolution of firm? You know that. So after admission, retirement and death. Now the last part of our partnership firm is dissolution of a firm. And what are the accounting treatments? What is the basic difference between dissolution of firm and dissolution of partnership? And how to settle the accounts, and what are the different modes of dissolution? So settlement of accounts, these are the points what we are going to discuss this chapter. So the next point is the modes of partnership firms. You can see this particular chart itself. So I illustrated very systematically. So from this chart itself you are getting all the points. I already mentioned some sections here. For us, especially for 12th standard students, these sections are not important. So why I am focusing these points? Anyone likes to go for LLB and LLB first classes and first year, we are studying all these points under our Indian. So there are 5 papers are there first year. So Indian Constitution is there, and also mercantile law and industrial law is there, and Mohammedan laws are there, and also law of torts are there, and labor laws are there. So 5 chapters are there, first year LLB courses, those who are likes to take LLB courses, so they can understand the first year we are studying 5 subjects, and there you will study all these points: Indian Contract Act and Mercantile Law, Industrial Disputes Act, Factory Act, Wages Act, Maternity Act, Borders Act. So like a different act we are studying under Indian Trade Union Act and Indian Constitution Act, and plus Mercantile Law and Industrial Law. So that is why I am focusing these laws also. The modes of dissolution of partnership. So this is coming under section 39 of the Partnership Act 1932. So there are 2 methods for dissolution. So number 1, dissolution with the order of the without the order of the court, and the point number 2, and dissolution by the order of the court. So once again, see, all of you look at that chart. So from there you are getting everything clearly. So what are the different modes of dissolution? Modes means what are the different ways and methods of dissolution. You know, first point, that is voluntary dissolution, and the second point is dissolution by the order of the court. The first point is known as voluntary dissolution, and the second point is known as dissolution by the order of the court. So now this is the time for short break.